Ideal inverting op amp. In this circuit we have an ideal op amp. This circuit is inverting op amp, so input voltage is applied at inverting terminal of op amp. And non-inverting terminal is grounded. And feedback resistance is connected from output to inverting terminal, which is providing the negative feedback. Here negative feedback is used because the op amp is ideal and the open loop voltage gain of ideal op amp is infinite. So the negative feedback will make the closed loop voltage gain finite. So we use negative feedback, and there is no need to use positive feedback because there is no further scope of increasing the value of voltage gain, because voltage gain of ideal op amp is already infinite. Okay, so to make voltage closed loop voltage gain finite, we use negative feedback. This R2 is providing the negative feedback. And why it is negative feedback? Because it is connected at the inverting terminal. Now we will find out the closed loop voltage gain. For that purpose, this voltage at non-inverting terminal is Vp, and this Vp is connected to ground, or non-inverting terminal is connected to ground. So voltage at non-inverting terminal, that is Vp, is 0 volt. And we know that the current going into the non-inverting terminal in ideal op amp is 0. Same current going into the inverting terminal of ideal op amp is also 0. So this IN is also 0. Voltage at non-inverting terminal is denoted by Vn. Now by virtual short condition, we know that voltage at inverting terminal is equal to voltage at non-inverting terminal, and the voltage at non-inverting terminal is 0, so Vn is also 0. It means the inverting terminal is virtually grounded. It is not actually grounded, but due to this virtual short condition, this inverting terminal is virtually grounded because it is at 0 potential. Now we will apply KCL at inverting terminal with voltage Vn. So current leaving through this path is Vn minus Vi over R1. Current leaving through R2 is Vn minus V0 over R2, and this IN is 0. So it is equal to 0, and we know that voltage at inverting terminal is 0, so Vn is 0. So this equation is minus Vi over R1 minus V0 over R2 equal to 0, or V0 over R2 equal to minus Vi over R1. So V0 over Vi, that is denoted by AV, and AV is closed loop voltage gain. It is minus R2 over R1. So the closed loop voltage gain of inverting op amp is minus R2 over R1. This negative sign indicates that output voltage is 180 degree out of phase with input voltage, and this negative sign also indicates that it is the gain of inverting op amp. Now let's find out the input resistance. Input resistance of this inverting amplifier, it is denoted by Rin, and this Rin is Vi over II. II is input current, which is current here. this current is II. So for that purpose, let us apply KVL in this loop. So rise in voltage Vi, then drop in R1 is II into R1, and then drop Vn, it is equal to 0, and this Vn is 0 due to virtual ground condition. So Vi over II, which is input resistance, it is equal to R1. So input resistance of this inverting amplifier, inverting op-amp, is R1. Now this circuit is basically voltage amplifier, and for any voltage amplifier, desired value of input resistance is high. So to make Rin high, we need to make R1, the value of R1, high. And it is voltage amplifier, so its voltage gain should also be very high. We already selected the high value of R1. So to make the closed loop voltage gain high, we need to select R2 higher than R1. It means R2 should be very, very high. And if we select very high value of R2, then the value of R2 becomes impractical, or R2 becomes open circuited. So we cannot select very high value of R1 in order to make the input resistance high. So this is the drawback associated with the inverting op-amp. Now let's take an example of okay, let's find out the output resistance. Denoted by R0. So to find out the output resistance, we need to make input voltage 0, and for this purpose we will use the model of op-amp. Open loop voltage gain AV into Vp minus Vn. R out of ideal op-amp is 0. This is inverting terminal with voltage Vn. Non-inverting terminal with voltage Vp, which is grounded, and input voltage at inverting terminal is already 0, and feedback resistance is connected here, R2. Okay, now we know that by the virtual short condition, Vp is equal to Vn, and since Vp is equal to Vn, this value is 0. It means this voltage source is short circuited. Now if I connect a generator, external source here, with voltage equal to V0 and the current I0, then V0 over I0 is the output resistance. Now here we can see this R0 is, for ideal op-amp, is already 0. So the value of V0, since this path is short circuited, V0 is 0. And if this V0 is 0, then R0, which is the ratio of V0 over V0 and I0, and V0 is 0, so the R0 or output resistance is also 0. So this is the output resistance of ideal inverting op-amp. Now let's take an example of inverting op-amp. R1 is 2 kilo ohm. This input voltage is, say, 1 volt. non-inverting terminal is grounded, feedback resistance is 10 kilo ohm, and we have to find out the value of output voltage, and the saturation voltages are plus 10 volt and minus 10 volt, and this op-amp is ideal. Now we know that V0 over Vi is our closed loop voltage gain is minus R2 over R1. So R2 is 10 kilo ohm, R1 is 2 kilo ohm. So the closed loop voltage gain is 5 volt. So V0 is minus 5 Vi, and this Vi is 1 volt. So the output voltage is minus 5 volt, and this output voltage is within the saturation limits of op-amp. It means this op-amp is not saturated, so the output voltage is minus 5 volt. Now if Vi is now increased to 3 volt, the new value of input voltage is 3 volt, and we have to find out the output voltage. So this V0 is minus 5 Vi, and the value of Vi is 3 volt. So output voltage is minus 15 volt. Now here we can see that minus 15 volt is lower than the lower saturation level of the op-amp. It means this op-amp is now saturated. So the output voltage of op-amp cannot go beyond the saturation values of the op-amp, and since the output voltage is minus 15, it cannot go below the lower saturation value. So output voltage has to be minus 10 volt. Okay, now here op-amp is saturated. Okay, output voltage is minus Vset or minus 10 volt. So now what should be the voltage at inverting terminal? Since the op-amp is now saturated, we cannot apply virtual short condition. Though non-inverting terminal is at zero potential, inverting terminal is not at zero voltage. So what should be the value of voltage at inverting terminal? For this purpose, we need to apply KCL at this Vn. KCL at inverting terminal, currently being Vn minus Vi, that is 3 volt, over R1, that is 2K, plus Vn minus this minus 10 volt, minus plus 10 over 10K equal to 0. So Vn into 1 by 2 plus 1 by 10 equal to 3 by 2, and 10 by 10 is 1. In the right hand side it is minus 1. So LCM of 2 and 10 is 10, and 2 5 ja 10, and 1 here. 3 by 2 minus 1 is 0.5. So Vn is 0.5 into 10 over 6. So this is 5 by 6 volt. Okay, so once the op-amp is saturated, we cannot apply the virtual ground condition, and for this condition voltage at inverting terminal is 5 by 6. So that's how we analyze the ideal inverting op-amp.